the Drake thing? When did you first meet him?
He was a fan of women's high school basketball.
Can you imagine if there was a grown man where throughout his adulthood, well into his 20s and now into his late 30s, he's consistently caught just being really interested in teen girls?
You cannot text a 14-year-old girl, I miss you so much.
We've seen so many examples of this behavior from them.
If I said to you, I was texting a 14-year-old girl saying, I miss you so much, would you not think that's weird?
Like, what does he say? About boys. He helps me.
Drake's rise to success is nothing short of impressive. With over 170 million
I'll give this video a chance, okay? I'll give it a chance.
records sold and 193 awards, 36-year-old Drake is ranked as the highest certified digital singles artist in the United States. From his radio-friendly hits to his nice guy image, it's rare to hear anything negative about the artist. However, over the past 14 years, a pattern has emerged, leading to some fans questioning what's going on behind the scenes. The conversation started when footage from a 2010 Drake concert began circulating the internet. Footage where a 23-year-old Drake invites a girl from the crowd on stage, dances with her, smells her hair, massages her shoulders, puts his arms around her, and then starts to kiss her neck. He then says that he's going to get carried away, before asking how old she is.
How old are you?
Drake walks away while making a joke about going to jail, before turning back to her and saying, 17? Why do you look like that? You thick. Look at all of this. He continues saying, I don't know if I should feel guilty or not, but I had fun. I like the way your feel against my chest. He then kisses her on the cheek as well as her forehead before ending the bit and continuing the show. Now, it's understandable that this was crowd interaction gone wrong, but him continuing to make sexual comments about her body and kissing her multiple times after learning her age had some fans raising their eyebrows. However, this wouldn't be the last time Drake finds himself around minors. In a 2023 No Jumper interview with producer Lil Cece, she discusses how she first met Drake, saying that in 2015 she was on a high school basketball team, and Drake, being a fan of women's high school basketball, followed both her teammate and herself.
I was her teammate, so he followed me because of her.
At the time, Drake would have been 29. The same year, Drake would post on Instagram, celebrating the release of Baka Not Nice, a rapper, friend, and member of Drake's record label, OVO, following a stint in jail for allegedly forcing a 22-year-old woman into prostitution, a weapons charge, and human trafficking. The now deleted post read, something in the air today, a lot of good things happening at once, but this one means the most. Been waiting 11 months, Baka finally home. 1 year later, in May of 2016, 29-year-old Drake was spotted eating dinner with 18-year-old Hailey Bieber in West Hollywood. Due to their allegedly flirty interaction and Drake wearing a matching H necklace, rumors of them dating began circulating, with Entertainment Tonight even alleging that the two hooked up at Drake's Memorial Day party. However, during this time, Hailey did an interview with E! News, revealing that she'd known Drake for around 4 years at this point, meaning that a 25-year-old Drake first met Hailey when she was just 14. A big part of the conversation here is, why does Drake routinely find himself around 14 to 17-year-old girls? What does a 25-
Whoa! Bro, okay, guys, I'm not gonna defend anything, okay? The way the video is presenting the data is difficult, right? Okay, here's why. Because I didn't see the interactions and the text that are past the first video. Okay, I didn't see shit yet. Okay, all we know is that he was the dinner with her and he known her for 4 years, right? Well, I'm just saying. I don't know about the previous interactions in between 14 and 18, and especially when they're in the same industry circles. Like, you don't know how these go, at least until now, but...
14 to 17-year-old
I mean,
girls.
dude,
what does a
it's the same circles.
25-year-old man have in common with a 14-year-old? And wouldn't it feel weird to date someone you've always known to be a child right after they legally become an adult? In 2018, a now 32-year-old Drake released a song titled...
I don't like this discussion. Okay. I don't like this decision at all. Not the nature, just the way that that question was worded. I think it's odd. I think it's odd, guys. If there's no signs of misconduct, assuming misconduct is generally pretty bad. I think that's just my my view on it. If there isn't anything that gives it away as something, why do you assume that? That's just odd.
Nice for what? Featuring the line, high school pics, you was even bad then. 3 months later, on July 22nd, an article titled, What Would You Do If Your Teenager Became an Overnight Instagram Sensation, was released by The Guardian, detailing a story about 16-year-old Charlie D'Alessio going viral on Instagram after being tagged in pictures at Coachella. The article describes the photos as Charlotte wearing bodysuits, bikini.
No, it's not about fucking glazing anybody. I think this chat is like to jump to conclusions because it's just a cool thing to do. Okay, when the way that things were presented to me in this fucking video, dude. Okay, brother. Assumptions were made, right? That I'm not comfortable with it. I wouldn't like to somebody made it into something like that to me.
Christina Ford recounts the moment she realized how popular the photos were making her daughter, saying they were in the back of the car chatting away and checking in on social to say they were in Toronto, just like normal teenagers. And then suddenly Madison was like, oh god, it's Drake FaceTiming us. Should I answer? As Ford drove on, listening to her daughter and her friend chatting away in the back seat with one of the biggest hip-hop stars on the planet, she felt the world as she knew it shifting under the wheels of her car. I thought, okay, she's hanging out with Drake. I guess this is for real. Later that month, Drake would release a song titled Jaded, featuring the line, we coulda waited. I wasn't Russian. Differences in ages, you're old enough, but you're still a baby. And 2 months later in September, 14-year-old Millie Bobby Brown would attend the Emmys and mention in a red carpet interview that her and 32-year-old Drake text after meeting each other in Australia after he invited her to his concert, and that their conversations mostly consist of Drake giving her boy advice and saying how much they miss each other.
We just texted each other the other day and he was like, I miss you so much. I was like, I miss you more.
This was the first time Drake's pattern of being around underage girls really began circulating online, with many people speculating what someone with an 18-year age gap can really have in common.
I'm 34 years old.
Yeah.
If I said to you, I was texting a 14-year-old girl saying, I miss you so much, and she was replying to me, I miss you more, would you not think, hold on here a second, that's weird?
Millie would take to Instagram and defend Drake, saying,
Again, like I always say for everything, chat, I think without elaborate understanding of the dynamics at play, it's very difficult to draw a conclusion. Sorry I said it. I get mad at me as well. You might as well.
why you gotta make a lovely friendship your headline? You guys are weird, for real. I'm lucky to have people in the business extend their time to help me further my career and offer their wisdom and guidance. I'm very blessed to have amazing people in my life. You don't get to choose that for me. It's nice to have people understand what I do. Now get back to talking about real problems in this world other than my friendships. Jeez.
Dude,
however,
so
a month
dumb,
later,
dude.
as Drake was on tour, blind items began circulating, with people speculating who the noted foreign-born A-plus list singer/rapper could be. A year later, on November 25th, 2019, 17-year-old Billie Eilish sat down for an interview with Vanity Fair and revealed that one of the most famous
Dude, this
people in
chat
her
is
phone
so
is
dumb,
Drake.
dude.
She would go on to say that Drake is like the nice
Oh my god, boy advice? That's so weird. Okay, dude. Look at a bunch of fucking... Any Hollywood interviews, where the fuck interview with an actress or a singer or whatever that's underage, they'll go like, so, oh, do you have a boyfriend or something like that, right? And they ask them the question. Nobody blinks an eye. Nobody, dude, you don't know how that shit. Dude, I haven't seen the combos. I didn't see the combos. Like,
nicest dude I've ever spoken to. I mean, I've only like texted him, but he's so nice. Like he.
You didn't see the combos? I didn't see them either, dude.
Does not need to be
Why
nice.
am I supposed to know
what
I've seen the combos?
Between the Millie Bobby Brown interview and now this one with Billie Eilish, some people really started to question why a now 33-year-old man is in contact with so many children, pointing out that if you remove the celebrity status of everyone, this sort of relationship would never be supported.
Okay, I'll say it once and then you're gonna get it. I've been saying this chat for about 6 years now, and I'm gonna say it again, okay? Listen, you guys think this is a weird take? Okay, then I'm gonna self-report, okay? I used to have a public Snapchat available for all of everybody, okay? And I used to answer over 200 DMs a fucking day. Bro, I would do, I go, sup, and a bunch of people in chat have a bunch of replies from me across the board, okay? They used to screenshot it, they used to show it. I don't give a fuck. I don't agree with anybody. because it was like a way for me to keep up with people that watch the stream, right? And it was never used in any capacity that is bad. And I had fans at the time, because I used to be a pro player, they would go to the arena and watch me play. Okay, the same way that somebody would go to my concert or someone would go to my game if I was a basketball player, right? People would show up to the Burbank Arena and they would watch us play, right? And with fans that were, dude, boys, girls, motherfucker. Oh my god, they're underage, man. You're texting underage. Oh my god, dude. So it's not because somebody fucking sends something and you reply that it's deviant or weird or it's like in a weird interaction. This is, oh man, well played today, dude. Oh man, thanks, bud. Cool. That is weird. You're texting underage girls. Dude, don't be like that. What the fuck? This is just like weird to make. Like, I don't really, like, I don't know. Just the way that people are displaying some of these dynamics is just weird, I think.
Recorded. On October 1st, 2020, Drake rapped on 21 Savage's song, Mr. Right Now, saying the line, "Yeah, said she wanna fuck to some SZA. Wait, cause I used to date SZA back in 08.
It's called grooming. No, it's... Dude, well, if what I told you, you think that it's called grooming, you have a problem, dude. You have a fucking problem. You're just fucking... You're a degenerate. Oh my fucking god. Brother, if I'm on my phone and I'm answering literally random DMs, random. I don't know what age they are. And people say, well played today at the games. And I say, wow, thanks, man, right? And it's, oh my god, they were underage. I'm not grooming them, you fuckwad. What is your... That's just deviant. You
in
say that.
2008, Drake would have been 22, and SZA would have just been 17. In a tweet, SZA confirmed that they did date, but insisted that their dynamic didn't involve anything underage or creepy. However, the following September, 35-year-old Drake released an album titled Certified Lover Boy, with a song titled Poppy's Home, featuring the line, "Sierra Canyon parking lot looking like a Magic City parking lot." This turned heads, as Sierra Canyon is a private school in California that offers classes for pre-K to 12th grade students, and Magic City is a strip club in Atlanta. As the album contains 21 songs, and Drake was beefing with Kanye West at the time, it's not surprising that this single line managed to be overlooked. It's entirely possible that Drake really is just a nice guy, and perhaps his pattern of talking to underage entertainers is innocent, as he was somewhat of a child star himself. However, dating some...
Okay. So, that's tough. Okay. Guys, now defend it. You always have to look, chat, at least at other possibilities, okay? In order to really have an idea if something is deviant or could be deviant, right? It's always important, okay? You don't know what that parking lot is, what it looks like over there, what the activities that happen over there. You know that it's a school, right? You know that it's a school. Yes? Back in my days, all my friends used to fucking sell drugs, okay? And they would go to a spot near school in the parking lot. And if you think about it, dude, if you were to say, yo, dude, that parking lot kind of like the drug spot, right? Then you wouldn't blink an eye. It makes sense, right? Because now there's an explanation for it, right? It's just like you don't know everything yet. Just presenting the info as just blank as this is that. Make the conclusions. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't do
innocent, as he was somewhat of a child star himself. However, dating someone you've known since they were a minor as soon as they turn 18 is bizarre, and no one other than a celebrity would get a pass for this pattern of behavior. Following high school women's basketball as a 29-year-old isn't a common thing, nor is telling a 14-year-old how much you miss them when you're 32 and bear no relation. Women...
Guys, if your meet spot for a thing is out there, I'm not gonna bother. People are being dumb as fuck. Bro, if you and your boys always meet before you go somewhere else at one meet spot before going out, right? And you always meet into one spot, and it's a parking lot, right? And brother, you understand the possible meaning that it would have, right?
who
get it
claim
now.
to have hooked up with Drake all detail a similar elaborate setup involving security guards, NDAs, getting copies of their licenses, and taking their phones away. So the possibility of a whistleblower coming forward is pretty low. But perhaps in the future, as these child and young adult celebrities often found around Drake grow up, we'll get a clearer idea of what their relationship was really like. Despite Drake's nice guy reputation, his security team has a controversial history. During Drake's first headline tour in 2010, a fan by the name
I'm not defending anything, dude. I'm not gonna defend anything. I defend none of this shit because I wouldn't do it myself. Okay, but I think it's important to note, okay, that unless there's evidence of deviancy and somebody's saying, "Yo, this is weird and it's happening," or there's something out there, like you can't assume deviancy. I think it's weird. I think it's an odd. I don't like to do it. I don't like to do it to others. It's
Jeremy
that's just how it is.
Claims
It's
that one
a
of
flat
Drake's
out
bodyguards punched him in the mouth
always
when he
thing that I tried to apply.
compliment Drake at a club in Jacksonville, Florida. During an interview with Fox 30, Jeremy alleged that Drake proceeded to push him and that he had to get 6 stitches by the end of the night. A friend of the victim, who was also a witness, alleges that following the incident, as Drake entered his tour bus, he flipped both of them off and said, "F you. You're nothing." 2 years later, Drake and his team were involved in a massive brawl at a New York City club with Chris Brown, after Chris sent Drake a bottle of champagne as a peace offering. At the time, Chris Brown had been separated from Rihanna for 3 years, and as Drake was hanging around her a lot, Chris figured the gesture would help clear the air. However, according to New York Daily News, after receiving the bottle of champagne, Drake returned it to Chris with a note reading, "I'm still Rihanna," leading to the two groups throwing bottles and glasses at each other. Afterwards, photos of staff members cleaning the glass off the floors emerged, and Drake's team released a statement insisting that Drake wasn't involved in the brawl at all. According to TMZ, in 2016, a server at the popular Hollywood nightclub Delilah claimed that he was punched in the face by one of Drake's bodyguards because he wouldn't get out of the bathroom so Drake could come in and use it in private. According to Insider.com, the server sued the restaurant, the rapper, and Cleveland Browns wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. over the incident. The victim also alleges that Drake ordered the beating after making a throat cut gesture to his entourage. In a video leaked to TMZ, the victim can be seen on security camera before being punched in the face by a member of Drake's security, while others soon join in on the attack, all while Drake watches. Following the attack and the lawsuit, other employees of Delilah were allegedly afraid to return to work. The next year in 2017, Drake's security team would go viral after a dashcam recording showed them bullying a driver on a street in Toronto, forcing them to the side of the road so that Drake's entourage could bypass traffic. After a driver complained, Drake's bodyguard threatened them, saying he'll take his Tesla. That same year, Shawn Mendes would appear on an episode of The Tonight Show and describe his encounter with Drake's security.
See, this is what I said earlier, chat. Many boys say this. Dude, now defend it. Now defend it. Now defend it. Now defend it. Bro, I will never defend somebody on the basis of just flat out. All I'm telling you, dude, is that I won't make assumptions and make conclusions that are damaging when I'm not showing any hints of that particular thing happening. Otherwise, it's unfair for people, dude. Dude, it's unfair, man.
At a weekend concert. According to his story, Shawn Mendes, having previously met Drake a couple days prior, attempted to say hi to him at the show. However, Drake's bodyguard allegedly stopped him before he even had a chance to do so, saying, "The next thing I know, I'm in the middle of the weekend show with my arm hooked behind my back. Drake's security guard had me completely at his mercy." He went on to say that Drake saw what happened and told his bodyguard to let him go, saying, "Don't do that, you don't know who that is." And in 2021, a video went viral alleging a member of Drake's security team was on drugs and barking at people.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, it was a part where I knew Drake's security was throwed off. I said, "You good, man?" That nigga looked at me and said, "Row."
After going over some of these less than stellar moments, it becomes easier to understand how Drake has—
Why are you so good at barking, though?
It was throwed off. I said, "You good, man?" That nigga looked at me and said, "Row."
After going over some of these less than stellar moments, it becomes easier
That's
to
just
understand how Drake has managed to keep up his nice guy image over the past 14 years of his career, as it seems as though the musician surrounds himself with a large group of people to keep attention off of him by carrying out actions on his behalf.
Yeah, chat, guys, it's a lot of seams and a lot of things to point at, and a lot of it appears to me that yeah, some of it does, yeah. I will take a look when it was okay.